Check her out. It's a 1976 CB750. I just bought it. Ignition on. There's a little bit of quirk about it, but it runs. It's got a little bit of lowered bars on it, and the turn signals are backwards, which is no big deal. I mean, it's sweet. It's definitely a classic. Gotta get these mirrors sorted out. They're way more zoomed in than my I'm gonna have to get some bar end mirrors. It's pretty responsive. Looks like this bearing might need to be replaced, but I mean, it's definitely it's a nice bike. Doesn't have a fuel gauge, which I thought it did, but I guess not. Starts right up. I mean, this steering lock is like 4 times the size of the Ducatis. Really haven't ridden it much, but definitely a classic. Need to learn how to sit further back on the seat. I don't really know where we're going. We're basically in Detroit. It's actually not too hard to remember. The turn signals are reversed. Hey, it's Jax Teller. I hear a little noise. Not sure what it is. Checking out the engine braking there. It's pretty damn stable though. I mean, I thought it was going to be a little scarier than this. But it's pretty straightforward. Probably adjust the idle, but I don't know where it is just by reaching in there, so. Sounds like the brake is rubbing a little. You do have to get a little aggressive with the throttle on the shift just to make sure it does wind down. It's very easy to rev match this bike though. But there's a lot of feedback in the shifter, like when it doesn't go in the first. On the Ducati, it's kind of vague when it doesn't go into first, but on this, it's like, hey, you fucked up. We're not in first. But yeah, you need a little less throttle when shifting. Once you get into the higher gears. But I mean, this thing is... it's a classic. It's what I wanted, so... We'll see if we change lanes here. Like that. See, I need way less throttle than that. It sounds great though. I mean, it's a little quiet, like I said, but it's got the sound of inline 4. There it is first. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be trying to help me out with getting into neutral. Might have to adjust the clutch, just because when I pull it, it squeezes my pinky. Brakes are alright though. I mean, I expected them to be worse. But like I said, it's really stable. I have yet to put my feet down right now. It's actually a lot easier to balance on my Ducati. Definitely has that old engine smell too. I'm gonna try and see if I can make the throttle a little more sensitive somehow, because it does take a good bit of pulling just to get the power going. But I mean, overall, it the only thing that really needs work is probably the carbs, and we should be good. Certainly compared to Ducati 899, a lot more comfortable. That's basically self-explanatory there. I mean, this seat is like a fucking couch. Bars are significantly higher. So far, it's definitely a motorcycle. We'll see. I mean, this is my first time on it, other than the test ride, which was, you know, only a minute or two. But I bought it as a project bike. I'm definitely going to turn it into a cafe, so yeah, this should be fun. Honestly though, I'm kind of speechless right now, because this is something completely different. I really haven't tapped into much of the power. I got the RPMs up there. I know it pushes like 70 horsepower, which is pretty decent. But the throttle pull is just so goddamn long that, you know, it's not just there when you want it. Like the, you know, the Ducati, man, that thing fucking has power on demand. But this, you gotta work for it. And I have nothing to tuck behind, so there's no way for me to eliminate any wind noise for you. I think the rated top speed is like 120, which is a speed I tend to do a lot on my Ducati. I mean, it's a carbureted bike, so there's a lot of quirks you have to expect from these things. Front and rear disc brakes, which is one of the things I was definitely looking for. I'll probably put a second front disc brake on. It seems though the more I ride it, the more the engine's starting to smooth out. Probably beating on it a little too much already, but it's been sitting there, so I'm trying to work the engine out. I don't think these are stock hand grips, but they're very nice. They're almost dirt bike-like hand grips. But again, it's pretty damn comfortable. Should have a fairly decent view of it. Making sure I'm still recording. And I went all the way up past Detroit to buy it, so it was about an hour and a half away. I originally had actually stopped looking for CB750s just because it's tough to find them in good shape. They're either high price or, you know, really shitty condition, or, you know, non-running or something like that. And I didn't want to buy a bike and get it running because I don't have a truck. So there's no way I could pick up a non-running bike. But it's definitely a counter-steerable bike. I mean, it responds pretty damn well to input. Definitely ran that one. Clutch is very vague, honestly. I know I have to pull it, but I have no clue what it's doing when I pull it. And I am like in the straight up ghetto. Definitely a lot less heat coming up from the bottom of the bike than my Ducati, that's for sure. You know those old vintage cars that they have at amusement parks and shit? This is exactly what that smells like. The idle is way too high is what it is. I don't know where to reach to adjust it, so I'll have to look at that when I stop. Found it. There it is. Ah, much better. Could probably even idle it lower than that. Definitely feel like you're going a lot faster on it than you do on the Ducati. I feel like I'm trying to get this bike up to 100, but I'm really only getting up to like 75, 80. Yeah, this is a weird ramp. Yeah, there's a lot of motion in this. It feels like this whole cluster is pretty damn loose, but I'm liking it, honestly. I really do. I think I just love motorcycles. I honestly probably would have fun on a Harley. But yeah, I don't have a license plate for it, so I am riding without a license plate. This mirror is probably going to have to be adjusted with a wrench, because I can't seem to get it facing the way I want it to. I don't think I've ever seen a CB750 on the road, though, so I feel kind of cool. They're not that rare in sense of how many are in the United States, but they're pretty rare to find locally. I mean, kind of how it works is the people who have them live in California, basically. They live in places where they have like big ass cafe get-togethers. I don't know. I'm definitely happy though. I'm gonna tune this down just a wee bit. I can remember where it is. It's in front of the carb. Nice. Oh, that might be a little low. There we go. Yeah, dude, I'm like dead silent on this bike though. I don't know what it is. Just kind of shut me up. It must be because it's a new bike, because I can yak away on my Ducati, but this thing is, it's shut me up pretty good. Yeah, these brakes are pissing me off. There's the power. Yeah, it's not bad when you get in the power. Yeah, but I think I'm going to cut the video here just because, you know, it's probably been boring as shit, and the sun's getting in the way, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this project bike. I'm hoping to turn it into something cool, so stick around for more. That's going to be my winter footage, so yeah, keep watching, guys.